Hello and welcome to this evening's broadcast. I hope everybody had a really awesome day. I certainly had a pretty interesting day today. I'm going to be sketching from doing some people sketching from iamchicago.net. It's called iamchicago.net, and they are really a great artist resource if you're looking to just sketch some people just in their natural setting, just normal average people off the street. It's a really good website. So I would definitely recommend going over there and checking that out. Today I had a really interesting and awesome experience. This morning I went to Dreamworks Animation Studio, and they were doing an event for art students and particularly animation students, and that was really neat because I got an opportunity to just hear some really good tips and advice on how to break into the industry, how to get started in your animation career. And I wanted to go over some of those today with you all, just so I could pass it down, use the same advice that I got. You guys can take it and use it for yourself. I think it was really some really good pointers there. And I would just like to share that with you folks here tonight. Let me join this lady right here. So the first thing that one of the artists said, he was a computer. What was he doing? I don't remember his exact position, but he was definitely working in the computer software area and the more technical side of things. But the first recommendation was to do side projects that are related to job descriptions. So you would go to studios and look at their website and look up job descriptions and see exactly what they're looking for in the job descriptions and start to add exactly that to your portfolio. And he said he did just that. He was looking at what the studios were looking for specifically now, because that's always changing. So look and see what they're looking for right now, and then go on ahead and start adding that into your portfolio. And so I thought that was some really useful hint there that he added. The next thing that he said was if you're working for, and this was another woman that said that spoke. Her name was, gosh, I'm not going to mention any names, but she had aspirations of being a director for feature film. And so she knew that right away. And she said, if you want to be a director for feature film, the best way to get started is to jump into storyboard. And so I really thought that was interesting, just to gear your portfolio towards storyboard. So that's like a good entry-level position there. Another thing that they really made clear to point out was to do your homework first, just to know what studios are looking for, learn about them specifically. If you're going to go to a panel discussion, if you're going to do that sort of thing, then do your homework and know the type of questions to ask. Because one thing that they also did point out was asking questions at these events where they give panel talks. You got to have questions ready in advance if you're going to go to some panels. Don't try and think of something on the spot. Know which artist does what. If they're doing something that's similar to you or something that you aspire to do, then have your questions already ready for them before you go. And just appearing interested in a particular artist can really up your chances. One of the women there, she's working on Trolls now. She's doing like all of the mechanics of the hair design on the movie Trolls that's coming out soon. And so she said, she went up to someone who was doing something similar, like with digital stuff, and just inquired about it and said, she's working on her thesis and she really wanted to know the process. And he was really happy to hear from her and really happy that someone was really interested in what he was doing, which was the very technical aspect of the computer animation realm. Some more stuff here. once you approach someone in the industry, stay in contact. That was another thing that they said. So once you actually meet somebody, follow up with the email, follow up and stay in contact with them, because you never know. You might not get anything right away, but they can certainly help you out along the way. They might be interested in mentoring you. So that's an excellent thing. I'm sure lots of people are interested in getting mentorships, because that's like a really huge thing. Finding yourself a mentor who will, tell you what you need to change in your portfolio and tell you exactly what it is that you need to do in your portfolio. So what else did they say? Oh, one of the guys, he had a really interesting little point there that he mentioned, and I thought it was really a great tip. He said, never waste somebody else's time before you waste your own. And I thought that was that was really an awesome little like note to remember, because it's true. If you don't know, and a lot of times, I'll admit openly that I just show up, I just hear about these things, and I'm just glad to be there a lot of the time, but actually, you know, knowing about what you want to know from a professional before you actually go ahead and approach them, knowing exactly what you want to ask them, not just guessing, but like knowing what information that you really want, and you got to be totally honest about that, and just be like, okay, this is exactly what I'm interested in knowing about. Let's see here, what else did they let me know? Raise expectations for yourself. This was another thing. So they said, don't compare yourself to like your peers and people in your class and stuff like that. Who you want to compare yourself is who's already professional. One of the ladies had mentioned that she was getting ready for CTN Expo, and she was going to show her portfolio at CTN. And she had all her stuff saved on like one hard drive, and then her roommate actually took the hard drive like 3 days before the actual event. So she sat and recreated every image, which apparently was like hundreds of images in 3 days. And so I just felt like that's, wow, really inspiring. But she said, it really opened her eyes of what she was capable of. And so just raising your own expectations of what you can do, setting your bar really high, seeing the best reels out there. The reel apparently is like the most important thing that you can ever show these guys, more than just the still images. Having a reel, because that's what they want to see right away. They said really it's all about your reel. And so look at, you can even like search up like the best reels, best animation reels, just look and see what's out there, what are the best animation reels, and just use that as your standard, not only what you see your peers are doing, because it's not about just what you're doing in school. It's really about just what you're gonna be making, what your overall potential is gonna be once you're out there. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And apparently they really like I don't remember which, it was like a Texas Tech or like some, anyway, they have like I guess they have a relationship, Dreamworks does, with one of these colleges out in Texas, but definitely not all of them were from that university. But they definitely said that going to college, they were like, most of them were graduates. So I mean, they definitely had gone and done their school time, but they said it's much more about your portfolio than what school you went to. So just keep that in mind. Always be working to make your portfolio as best as it could possibly be, and not doing the minimum class requirements, because your grade, they also said your grade just doesn't matter as far as art school goes. It's not about your grade, it's about what your portfolio looks like, because the college that you go to is not really, it's not their job to get you a job. It's only their job to put you in an environment that you're going to learn in, that was productive to learning, and after that it's all up to you. So while you're in school, just make sure that you're always building your portfolios. One of the things they said too was even when you're working on your regular school projects, always have a side project that you're working on. Like always have something else that's going to make your portfolio better. Like whatever they're doing in your class is fine, but always be doing something else too. And not just relying on just, what you're getting from class. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, for the storyboarding, she recommended that you have in your portfolio storyboard art, concept art, and publishing illustrations, so fully finished illustrations. So those are the things that she said that she would recommend as for storyboard artists, what you would have in your portfolio. And always ask your teacher to, if you're in college still, or if you're even in high school and you're taking classes, always ask your art teachers to really help to push you. That's what they recommended. Ask your teachers to, say, don't just let me do tell your teachers that I want to get better. I really want to get better at this, and see if they can help. Just push you a little bit farther than what they might have typically done, just like standard stuff, but to help you get pushed farther, because that's really what it's about. They said that you don't have to necessarily pick a specialty if you're just trying to get started, if you just want to get started, or you just want to work for, you're cool with working with a small studio. Small studios love generalists and people who are good at lots of different things. But definitely if you want to work for a major studio, then have something specific that you're specialized in. And this I think is a common thing that's difficult for us. Like we try a lot of things, we like a lot of things, and we don't know where our specialty is. So I would just say, it's okay, that's fine. But you can just, if you're not ready, or you don't think you're ready to get started with the studio, then just keep on growing in general. But if you do actually are looking for that studio position, just claim something. Look for what they're looking for and see which one you fit into the best. That's what I would say, to add on to their recommendation of just having something that you're specialized in. But I know a lot of people are not sure. Lots and lots of people are not sure, and that's totally okay. And another thing they said is look at the best of the best reels. Like I mentioned, these reels are crazy important. Like the first 30 seconds should have what they're looking for in it. Absolutely, because they don't have attention spans. They really don't when they're looking through thousands and thousands of demo reels. They just really have a very short attention span. So they said to look at the best of the best reels and see what's in there that you can sort of replicate, in your own way. Just kind of really just try and take what you can, whatever it is that you see that's from the best of the best in their demo reel, and see what you can, also do. Say there's a scene of an action and you really think it was awesome, and then try and do something that's really similar to that. Not copy exactly. You don't want to get in trouble with copyright stuff, but you do want to try and maybe see if you can replicate an action or something like that. So that's one thing that they definitely did recommend there, and I think that's really great advice, because I never thought to do something. I mean, it sounds obvious, but I never even thought to do that myself. So definitely we'll be adding that to my list of things to do. And with that is pretty much the most of what I got from the talk today. Definitely the things that I would take to heart would be being ready for panel talks, finding someone in the industry to just just approach somebody with a good question ready to go. So that's what I'm working on right now. Approach somebody, just try and make a friend with somebody. Try and make a friend and have an awesome demo reel. Those are things that I would say. absolutely to take from this. Um, I hope that everybody got something from this and you can use some of these tips in your own experience. And I really wish everybody the best of luck in finding their career path and finding out work that works for them and getting started. And I hope you all have an excellent night. Thanks for tuning in.